Hello everybody, Raptor King of the West here, and today we are back in Minecraft Dinosaurs. Now, we got some new DNA, Protoceratops. This one should be fun. I also have some seeds. Vaccinium, Ephedra, and Crataegus. Might be mispronouncing those, but those all have berries. So, definitely gonna want those. Those are gonna be nice. Slowly collected more stuff for my house. We have some other DNA that's new. Megalania, Compsognathus, another Aquilolomna. But we're gonna do Protoceratops today because that is not just new to our world, but at all, like just in general, it's a newly added to the mod. Gonna need 3 more pieces of biogoo minimum for these seeds. There we go. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that for now. Keep going here. I don't have any new names in mind today, so we'll wait on naming any new dinosaurs. And we have to make an enclosure for our Protoceratops. Let's head to the ground here. Alright, it's another species that lives in the deserts, like our Psittipades here, Agnes, and unnamed younger one, who both seem to have no problems with the cactus, which is good. Our unnamed Dinosaurs is doing well. Let's check up on this unnamed trilobite that I constantly forget about. Yep, still in there. How's our Psittacosaurus doing? Where are you hiding? Hello. You are 4. You're hungry. You are surrounded by food. You should be fine. And then that leaves us with our Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus. Hello, are you hungry? Do I need to feed you? You haven't flown around yet. You are hungry. You didn't live bait feed last time. So I don't know if you will this time. I don't want to feed you a horse. Do we have a pig nearby. That's good. Okay. I doubt our Quetzalcoatlus is going to live bait feed. Didn't last time, but maybe it will now, or maybe it will when it's hungry enough. I mean, it's getting pretty big, so it's capable of it. The pig is afraid of it, though, so it would be a run-chase situation, but I have faith in him. Alright, yes, today, I mean, at some point, we need to finish this, decorate it, make it taller. Not doing that today. I'm not. Oh, nope, it's not happening. I'm too excited about the Protoceratops. And the fact that, like, we're actually sorta building up a reasonable park. Like, at some point I need to put pathways in, some little shops, I suppose. Am I getting lag? Oh, I am. That's unfortunate. I hope it's not too bad. Is the game running? Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm sorry if it is. Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, we need somewhere for our newest dinosaur. Another desert one. Could do a similar enclosure style, but I don't know. I feel like it's a Protoceratops. It doesn't... It's not really threatening in any way. It's very small. Protoceratops egg. Watch me build the enclosure, double check, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, this was not desert dwelling. You misremembered. Because normally I double check. I double check where all of them live before I build their enclosures. I did not do that for Protoceratops. Because I'm just so sure that I'm right on this one. And we're just gonna hope that that is true. Yeah, you two are doing great. Could put it here, you know. Sort of create a reasonable setup there. What blocks am I going to build it out? Because I don't want to just do a copy of this design of enclosure. Hello there. I forgot how small the Citipati started. And this does still look good. Oh, I messed it up so badly, though. I shouldn't have saved it. I should have painted it more. Because I can't... Oh, no, not gonna... Online manually, I don't need that. I cannot edit this painting, and it's not quite right. I'll go put it back up for now. One day I will just replace it. Need to put it back in the frame. Because, yeah, if you look... I addressed this last time. Shouldn't have been green. It's an omnivore. And then we have a couple spots where there's green where there should be yellow. Or gray where there should be yellow. Not terrible. But, you know, gotta fix that at some point. I don't have enough supplies for another canvas. Let me sleep. How much sand do I have? A stack of sand. Stack and 16. Some glass panes. Ooh. Actually, I have an idea. I'm curious to see how it'll go. But I do have an idea. And I'm gonna need sandstone. So we're gonna teleport to sand collection. That's gonna lag out the game a little bit, I presume. Actually, there's no exposed. Not much exposed. Sandstone. That's fine. Did I bring a shovel? I did bring a shovel. I'll just dig more sand and turn that into sandstone. I don't know how much I'll need, so I think I'll just get 2 stacks. Like, finish off the 1 stack and then get a second one, is what I'm thinking. Because my idea is that this enclosure is going to have no glass or fences, I'm gonna use sandstone slabs, hopefully, to make something secure, maybe. We'll see how it goes, though. I might decide that it doesn't look good and put in some glass. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's enough. I can always come back if it isn't. Okay, that is expensive. Sandstone is much more expensive than I thought it was. We're gonna go to the ground here. Decide how I want the enclosure to be set up. I'm starting to second guess this idea already. Destroy some grass. There we go. 4 whole seeds from that. And there is a wandering trader. Do you sell anything new in this mod? If you do, I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, wait. 1.62, 1.62, 7.5. Strength 3, strength 1. That's where they differentiate. Interesting. I actually just had a thought here. Do I have slabs? I do have slabs. If I do something like this, I can't really see over it. No, that's not what I wanted. I thought I was holding blocks. If I do that, I can sort of see through it. We're gonna see how this goes, and if I decide to change it, that's fine. That is allowed. We are allowed to do that here. I'm gonna walk down the dangerous way. Alright. Might kill that wandering trader, because he is standing where I want this enclosure, but I'll leave it for now. Oh, I don't want these to be too close together, though. Like, maybe no, we do have to start on this layer. Is that big enough? Protoceratops is pretty small, but I feel like I'm gonna bring it out this way a little bit more. Okay, there we go. That's... this feels too uniform, though. There we go. Bring that up. Bring that up. Actually, hold on here. If I bring that here, throw that there. These need to go up to 3. I am short. We are going back to sand collection to collect more sand. Hello, sand. You're being collected. There's not much you can do about it at this point in time. You're going to be turned into an enclosure for a Protoceratops. I am second-guessing the idea for this enclosure, so we'll see how this goes. I think it's a good idea conceptually. I just don't know if we'll actually be able to see the dinosaur well enough. It's definitely an interesting idea, but we'll see how the execution goes. Because my idea is instead of windows, we use slabs so that it can't jump out. But I don't know how that'll go. What we could do is, and we'll see. If I don't like the design, we'll do this instead. Go to sleep real quick. Or, it's only raining. It's not actually night. Up down to the ground here. We will see how this goes. Because what I could also do, if I don't like it, is make it so there's a platform to stand on outside so that you can see over the half slab. We will see how I'm feeling in a second. Either way, we need slabs. The ground. There we go. We're back on the ground. And then, I don't know, we throw some extra half slabs on top, maybe? Maybe some of this needs to get smelted? I think this needs to be smooth sandstone. Get out of my way. I will not hesitate. I will hesitate about you. You have a strength of 3. I'm kidding. Okay. Anyways, now that that is out of the way, I don't think I've located a desert village yet, have I? My inspiration is sort of the desert villages. But maybe it shouldn't be. I actually wanted those to stay there. I was only going to take these down. Because it's a... I'm thinking my new idea might be better. So we're going to go around the entire enclosure and increase its height by half a slab, except for there. So now a dinosaur could not escape if it wanted to. It is trapped in this enclosure, but it doesn't seem more secure than it needs to be. But what we need is to take out some of this dirt. And then I think it needs a row of half slabs around the outside and a little bit more dirt down here. I'll grab more so that you can see into the enclosure. So I'm gonna head up here, grab a stack of dirt, and sleep. This enclosure also needs a gate. I think a gate would work better than an actual door. Do I have any pieces of just birch planks? No. Problem solved. I now have birch planks available to me. Well, I will in about 1 second here. Okay. Boom, there we go. Grab my sticks. I need a gate. Lovely. Okay. The ground. Feel like the best place for a gate is right here. Okay, there we go. Get some more dirt on the outside here so that our imaginary theoretical guests, maybe one day I'll bring in villagers for that, can walk around the enclosure. What? No. I just thought, what if I made it... Okay. That's interesting thought there that I have had. Is that, if I bring this up a slab, you can jump into the enclosure. Which... I get that I'm making this seem like it's a not very unsafe dinosaur, but it is still a dinosaur, and I don't want to have to deal with getting villagers out of the enclosure all the time. So how do I want to do this? Because I do think it's a good idea. Visually, that is doing exactly what I want it to. Right? You can see in. Doesn't feel horribly disconnected. Maybe it shouldn't be this type of slab, though. Maybe we go with, like, a wood slab to be, like, a sort of walkway thing. Actually, I think, Tempsky, slab would work well for that, maybe. What other slabs do we have? Ancient wood, which we don't have, and cordatus would also work well. I'm just worried about safety there. Huh. Because it wouldn't have a safety railing, it would just be this. You could jump in there. Alright, I mean, let's hop up here. How long have I been going for? 23 minutes, and I still haven't decided if I want... how I want the enclosure to be designed. Do we have cordia? Yep. We will incubate this next. Where's the cow? Thank you, cow friend of mine that is unnamed. You need a name. So does the chicken. They'll be named one day, I promise. So far I've held good on my promise that things will actually eventually get named. It was a pretty vague promise, though, so, you know. Alternatively, we could... I'm taking it all down again, because if it's gonna be unsafe, gonna be unsafe, then why not? I'm actually just gonna take off the top row of slabs, I'm thinking. And that block. If it's gonna be unsafe anyways. Keep one there. And one there. Then why not just set it into the ground? By one block. Like this. Get that there, there. So if everything's down one block, then the dinosaur definitely cannot escape. We still have the exact same problem as before about people falling into the enclosure, which is a valid concern. But I feel like that makes this, like, slightly more interesting. Yeah. I think that this could be a good idea. We still have, like, safety problems. But maybe we just hope that villagers can exercise self-restraint and not hop down. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I could lower it more, but I feel like that's... Technically... Okay. We don't even know if we're bringing villagers into the park to play the role of guests. So I shouldn't worry about it, is what I'm thinking, as of 7 seconds ago. Let's make this enclosure look good. If we do, at some point, decide, hey, let's bring villagers into the park to fill the role of guests, then, and it's a problem, then we make the enclosure safer by making it lower or adding some safety railings on it. Whatever's really necessary for that. I know that I want some villagers in the lab when we build that to be scientists. I also have a cool idea for an enclosure for a Phalosaurus, which we have not run into yet, surprisingly. We also haven't had a plant fossil fail, so we haven't gotten any mutant plants, because there's the sapling and the plant. And there's like a whole bunch of mutant wooden stuff. Haven't seen any of that. Because this cultivat's just being way too reliable. It's amazing. We've never seen anything like it before. Yeah, let's start with this height. And if I'm not feeling it, we can always lower it. And if we bring in villagers, and they're not feeling it, we can always lower it. Either way, I think that this will be a pretty nifty little enclosure for the Protoceratops. Which is, for context, about the size of a velociraptor. Has a very famous fossil, actually, where it's fossilized in combat with a velociraptor. One of the few fossils of dinosaurs not only in action, but fighting each other. It's a very cool fossil if you haven't seen it. So it's gotten a space in our dinosaur zoo thing that's going on here. I feel like this is cool. I do. Do I feel like it's safe? Not really. But I don't know what I could do about that, because if I do this, then you can't really see in the enclosure. We'll leave it for now. What I will do, actually, is a couple spots. Does that work? I feel like that works. You know what I feel like would work a little bit better, though? Sleeping, maybe, you know? I think that this would look better if that height went all the way around. Home, sleep. It does mean that there are some parts of the enclosure where you can't look in, but that will be fine. Okay, I don't have a house yet, so I don't really know where I'm gonna want those seeds placed. I didn't really think that through. That should be all the sand we need, so 4 more sandstone. Not much, nowhere near enough. But luckily, I have 41 slabs. Okay. That makes this look a lot more secure. I think this works. I do. Let's get it some decorations, and it needs a drinking hole. Right in the corner. Perfect. Where did the sand come from? Was I just holding on to that? Maybe. Goes there. Actually, would look better if it went there. Would it look good if I did that? Yes. Yes, it would. Okay, we're doing that. Home. Cactus. Need 2 buckets for water. Do I have any dead bushes? Really? Am I just missing it? I don't have access to any dead bushes. That is unfortunate. Oh well. Maybe we have string. We have wool. We have some flowers that I could use for dye. Maybe we get it a ball. What is... Do I have slime balls is the question. No. That's fine. We won't get it a ball yet then. I do think we should get all the Dinosaurs toys at some point. You don't have any food in there, which I feel like could be a bad situation. Why am I worried about the safety rating of my park? The Aquila Lamna just swims around. Hello, how are you doing? Have you been eating? No. You have not. Luckily, you cannot starve to death, because I actually don't know how to rectify that problem. That could go poorly. Long term, I feel like that could Okay. Cactus. Cactus. That works. If I grow a tree outside of this enclosure, and we had some dirt here, and a piece of grass, so that that can spread. If I grow a tree outside of that outside of this spot, then in theory, the leaves cast over over top of that, and we get a spot for ferns to grow. And I think that that would actually work. Am I crazy? Yeah, probably. Species of tree do I want in the middle of my park? Oak will do, hopefully. We're gonna find out. Or we could wait for this. Let's see. Could also be one of those tall trees. Where do I need to be growing? Right here, roughly? Oh, that went terribly. And I didn't get a sapling back. Let's pick a tree that grows taller. We're gonna grow you here. I'm gonna cut you down so that I have one of your saplings. More than one of your saplings is actually the hope. That is so much wood. I love to see it. And you gave me 4 saplings. So that's 3 for the chest, 1 for the outside of the enclosure. That was the wrong one. There we go. Okay. Right here. I am gonna chop here and here. I'm gonna chop these off. But that does give... Can't grow over here. Can grow over here. Do I chop it down, shift it over a block, what I'm worried about there is that that's right up against the enclosure. You know what I think I'll do is I'll plant it exactly where it was. Again. I know. Waste of bone meal. Chop all of those. We can put a walkway through there or make this like a little green area. And instead of having grass growing here, we put more grass growing. Does it grow here? It does grow there. More grass growing over here. Then we get our fern. And I'm actually just gonna go ahead and use the carry-on mod to just bring over a whole bunch of grass. Perfect. Okay, this is actually sort of a nice enclosure now. And I am not really upset about the addition of a tree. This, hopefully, isn't a problem. If it is, I guess I can always just put other plants there, some flowers, or these berries can all go here. Oh, okay, we're taking a small little detour here, doing some extra terraforming. Okay. If I put in some stone brick slabs. Home. Where are they? Here. And I have some extra stone bricks if I need them. I'll just bring the crafting table with me. I should have placed down the dinosaur by now, realistically, but instead, I want to take a second. What did I do? 3 and then 2? To make this little green area. And we could put a bench over there. But you know how some parks and zoos will have areas where some plants grow? Bush, bush. And that's... There we go. Could throw some fern spores in there, actually. Wouldn't look bad. Or... home... sleep real quick. Throw in... We did not need the crafting table. I was being overly paranoid. Throw those in there. I have a bunch of flowers. I have some flowers. Hopefully it's enough. Then some normal grass to fill in the rest. There we go. It's not parallel. I think it's fine. Gotta turn these into bone meal real quick. Get these actually growing berries. I misjudged and didn't get that one up. That's fine. Let's get our Protoceratops started, and while we wait for that, 2 pieces of bone meal. The ground. Alright, let's finish off our berry. Oh, this is already going. Okay. I am so lucky that I managed to put the tall one in the front. There we go. I think this is perfect. And while we wait, let's go give our dinosaurs some berries. Agnes. Do I need a hand feeding? Oh, do you not eat these? Or was she full? No, you're not full and you're not taking the berries either. Am I the only one that eats these berries, or are they bugged? How is our new Therizinosaurus? You're getting big. You also do not eat them despite being hungry. How's the sag doing? What are we at here? 52%. That gives me enough time to go check on our Quetzalcoatlus, who probably has not eaten yet. I'm still seeing 2 entities in here. How hungry are you? I guarantee you're not happy with me. Oh, you know what? You're doing okay. I'll leave you to eat that pig whenever you want. It is a very small enclosure compared to the Cetipati enclosure, but it's actually pretty close to this Attachosaurus. Now that I'm looking at it on the map above. No, it's still small. It is smaller than all our enclosures so far. So you're not going to have a large maximum population. I do think this looks good. I think it'll need, like, some benches and a garbage can to really tie it together. Because we are, at the end of the day, we are building a zoo, technically. So, alright, let's get in this enclosure before I miss something. Oh, that was, like, right on time. Hello! Hello, you are adorable. Get out of there. I want to read about you. Oh, alright, that works. Hello, you are so small. You need a name. Maximum population is 7. How big do you get? It can't be small. Yeah. China and Mongolia, which prehistorically was a desert, hot, semi-arid climate. Yeah, similar to the modern climate of the Gobi Desert. Some animals that shared this environment included Cetipati and Velociraptor. May have burrowed. Oh, so maybe we need to build you a burrow at some point. Yeah, it talks about the famous fossil. You ate a lot. You are adorable, though. Oh, you gallop. And you have a swimming animation. Oh, you are adorable. I cherish you. So, in theory, at some point, we could build, like, a big desert enclosure and throw the Protoceratops, the Cetipati, and the Velociraptor all in it. Because I think... Yeah. The Dinosaurs does not appear in this mod yet. Where are you now? You better not be getting hurt. You only have 5 health, so I'm a little bit worried about you. But, we've been going for a little bit longer than I should have been. So you're gonna have to help me outro. Yeah, I know. Your tail looks a little bit strange, but that might just be because of your size and its texture at the moment. Alright. Come on, join me for the outro. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye.